The Atlantic City skyline shimmered like a mirage, a promise of fortune and ruin. From the penthouse, the private party buzzed with a low, expensive hum of conversations and clinking crystal. Ethan Shaw leaned against the back of the sofa, his posture the very definition of detached affluence. Beside him, Leo Moretti knew his own place, a decorative accessory, an ornament of polished good looks chosen to complement the scene. A human vase. Ethan had grown weary of him. That was the unspoken truth that flavored every exchanged glance tonight. The month-long radio silence, the pointedly public outings with others, the errand run in the dead of night for supplies he was not invited to share, it had all been a brutal education. Leo had learned his lesson in that cold, empty mansion by the shore. Across the room, Ethan's friend Mark pushed a young man forward. He was fresh-faced and sweet-looking, Ethan's exact type. Mark grinned. "What do you think, Ethan?" "Found a new favorite at the club last night. This is Caleb." Caleb approached, a flute of champagne in his trembling hand. "Mr. Shaw, it's an honor." Ethan's lips curved, a smile that held no warmth but could still dazzle. Caleb's blush deepened, a clear victory in his own mind. Before the glass could touch Ethan's hand, Leo moved. He intercepted the champagne, drained it in one smooth motion, and offered a practiced, placid smile. "Forgive me. Ethan only drinks what I serve him." He kept his voice soft, the perfect picture of devotion. Caleb faltered. Mark and the others scoffed openly. "Get over yourself, Leo," Mark sneered. "Ethan hasn't looked at you in weeks. You know your role. You're here because it's convenient, not because you're special. There are a dozen more who'd take your spot for half the money." Leo's face paled convincingly. He turned his large, wounded eyes to Ethan, reaching for his hand. His touch was feather-light. "Ethan, you know it's you I love. The rest, it doesn't matter to me." Inside, his mind was a torrent of different words. Enough of this charade. Once the account hits the right number, I'm gone. Maybe I'll find my own pretty distraction to spoil. See how it feels to be the one holding the purse strings. Ethan's gaze snapped to him, sharp and questioning. His brow furrowed. He scanned Leo's face, but Leo's expression remained one of fragile adoration. Ethan shook his head slightly, dismissing the strange echo he thought he'd heard. A server approached with a fresh tray. The man moved with a quiet grace, his features open and kind, a stark contrast to the polished cruelty of the room. His name tag read Julian. Ethan's eyes tracked him for a beat longer than necessary. Leo's internal monologue stuttered, captivated. Julian was all clean lines and gentle strength. The real deal. The ideal Leo had only ever pretended to be. He sniffed, channeling every petty, jealous gesture he'd ever perfected. "You," he called out, his voice cutting. "Come pour this. And do it properly. On your knees." Ethan shot him a look of irritation. This was the behavior he despised. The grasping, the drama. Julian paused, then obeyed. He knelt, his movements controlled, the line of his shoulders tense but compliant. He needed this job. Leo watched him, a sneer fixed on his lips while his thoughts melted into something unbearably tender. He's exactly my type. Every bit of him. I want to kiss him. I want to know him. When this is over with Ethan, I'm coming for you. I'll take care of everything for you. The tips of Julian's ears flushed a deep, burning red. His hands, steady as they poured the bourbon, betrayed a faint tremor. He risked a glance upward, meeting Leo's intense stare, and quickly looked down again. A strange, dark anger clouded Ethan's features. He looked from Julian to Leo. "Your name is Julian?" he asked the server, his voice tight. "Yes, sir." Ethan let out a short, humorless laugh. "Of course it is." He turned his burning gaze on Leo. "What is this? You know him?" Leo blinked, feigning confusion. He clutched at Ethan's sleeve. "Ethan, I don't understand. I've never seen him before." Ethan's hand shot out, gripping Leo's chin. Which words out of your mouth are ever true, Leo? Leo didn't have an answer. With a final, searing look, Ethan stood, wrapped an arm around Caleb's waist, and led him from the room, his entourage following. No one looked back. The party's attention shifted, leaving Leo alone in a pocket of silent humiliation. He allowed a few convincing tears to fall, then wiped them away with the back of his hand. A clean, folded handkerchief appeared in his line of sight. Julian stood there, concern softening his expression. Are you all right? Leo, eyes still glistening, glared at him. What do you want? To pity the discarded accessory? Julian's blush returned, creeping up his neck. No, do you have somewhere to go? Leo looked at him, at the genuine worry in his eyes, and something tight in his chest loosened. Fine, he muttered. Julian's apartment was in a working-class neighborhood of Philadelphia, a world away from oceanfront mansions. It was a single room, but warm and meticulously ordered, books lining makeshift shelves, a small kitchenette shining clean. A sense of peace lived in these walls. Leo looked around, his nose slightly in the air. I've never been in a place this small. Inside, he was marveling. So full of life. He has so many books. That little plant by the window. I want to know the story of everything here. I want to buy this building. I want to buy a house with a yard for him. Julian ducked his head. I know it's not much. I'm saving for something better. Maybe next time. He trailed off, assuming there wouldn't be a next time. You think I'd want to come back? Leo said, turning away. But his heart was hammering. I'm buying it, and then I'm going to take care of him. Properly. Julian just nodded, his face a fascinating shade of pink. The bed was narrow, the comforter thin. Leo shivered, curling into himself. Julian filled a hot water bottle and tucked it near his feet, setting an alarm to refresh it through the night. I'm sorry, he whispered, tucking the blankets around Leo's shoulders. It gets cold. Leo burrowed deeper. It's fine. I'm warm. He watched Julian's face in the dim light, the curve of his smile. Julian, he said abruptly, I want to take care of you. Let me do that. He braced for rejection, for outrage. Julian looked down at him, his eyes deep and unreadable in the dark. All right. Leo was stunned. Okay. How much, what would you need? Julian's answer was a soft whisper. $100. Just $100. The next morning, Leo woke alone to a note, a glass of water, and a warm breakfast in the tiny oven. A single, perfect omelet. The fridge held only a half-eaten loaf of generic bread. Leo closed it, a new resolution firming in his mind. No more cheap bread for him. His phone rang. Ethan's voice was rough with sleep. Leo, get over here. Make breakfast. In the background, a giggly voice complained about being hungry. Ethan chuckled. You'll be fed soon. Leo's on his way. Leo closed his eyes. I'll be there. At Ethan's modern loft, Caleb answered the door in a silk robe, marks visible on his skin. He smirked. The help is here early. Leo smiled back, all teeth. I was just deciding which poison goes best with hollandaise. Caleb's face fell. Leo shoved past him. In the kitchen, the familiar rhythm of cooking for Ethan was a muscle memory. Footsteps sounded behind him. Scared I'd spike your eggs? Leo said without turning. Where were you last night? Ethan's voice was close. I found a hotel. You should have called. Leo finally turned, a bland smile on his face. I didn't want to interrupt. Ethan's frown deepened. Interrupt? He seemed thrown by the answer, by the lack of familiar, jealous fire. Forget it. You can move back in. Leo shook his head. It's better if I stay elsewhere. Then you won't have to manage me in the mornings. Ethan's jaw tightened. Suit yourself. As Leo worked, Caleb appeared in the doorway, a soft gray cashmere scarf wrapped around his neck. Ethan, this is so beautiful. Can I have it? Leo's hands stilled for a second. He'd knitted that scarf during a lonely winter, his fingers raw from the effort. Ethan had never worn it. Ethan glanced at it, his eyes flicking to Leo. "Keep it. It's nothing to me." Leo finished plating the food. "I'll be going, then." "Take your things with you," Ethan said, his voice cold. He walked to the entryway and took down a grotesque, lumpy ceramic vase, the product of a mandatory couples pottery class Leo had once begged for. With a deliberate motion, Ethan let it drop. The sound of shattering clay was deafening in the stark space. Leo simply pulled a small trash bag from under the sink and began collecting the pieces. "Don't step here, Ethan. I'll clean up this trash." Ethan flinched at the word. He watched Leo gather the fragments, a strange panic flashing in his eyes. "Leo," he said, the name awkward on his tongue. "Move back. We can make another one." "No need. Your time is too valuable." Ethan grabbed his wrist, his grip painful. "Do you understand what you're asking for? To be the only one? Could you even handle that?" Leo met his gaze, his own clear and empty. "I understand perfectly now. You taught me. I can't handle it. I don't belong in that role." Ethan stared, searching for a crack, a sign of the old, desperate love. He found none. "You remember our agreement? 20 grand a month for what? Just cooking? Then let's end the agreement," Leo said, his voice steady despite the pain in his wrist. "I don't want the money. I don't want to be your kept man anymore." Ethan released him as if burned. Leo cradled his bruised wrist, a single tear of pain escaping. "I'm done, Ethan." He fled, the cool air outside feeling like freedom. He was a patron now. He had a beautiful, gentle man waiting for him. He called Julian and hurried to the upscale steakhouse where he worked. He found Julian speaking with his manager, a kind-faced man named Ben. "I'm sorry, Julian, we're swamped tonight with a big reservation." Leo popped his head in. "I can help. I used to wait tables." Ben looked him over, amused. "That right? Well, thank you." He nudged Julian. "This the special occasion you needed the night off for?" Julian's gaze had softened the moment he saw Leo. He nodded, his ears turning pink. Leo grinned. "Yep, I'm the special occasion." Julian tried to steer him to a chair, but Leo insisted on working. In the back, Julian helped him into a server's vest, his fingers lingering on the ties. "Just stay near me. You don't have to do anything. I want to help." "Ben helped you. I help people who help you." Julian's hands stilled. He rested his forehead against Leo's shoulder, his breath a warm sigh. "Leo," he murmured, the name filled with a quiet intensity. "Never again. I won't let you do things like this." The dinner rush brought a familiar crowd. Ethan sat at the head of a table, his mood visibly dark. "Where's Leo tonight?" one of the men asked. "Usually glued to your side. Probably finally got the hint." Another laughed. Leo, head down, delivered salads. "Of course. Just my luck." Ethan's head jerked up. His eyes locked onto Leo. "Leo!" Leo froze, then tried to slip away. Ethan was across the room in seconds, yanking the sanitary mask from his face. A slow, triumphant smile spread on Ethan's lips. "How did you know I was here?" Leo pushed him back. "I didn't. I'm not here for you, right?" Ethan scoffed. The others crowed with laughter.
Ben rushed over, apologizing.
"He's with me," Julian said, appearing at Leo's side. He pulled Leo gently behind him. "I'm his partner. He's here for me." The table went silent. Ethan's eyes blazed. "Partner." He looked at Leo. "You told them that?" "I did," Leo said, his voice stronger now. "Because it's true. Julian is my partner." Ethan's composure shattered. "Julian." Again. He looked between them, his jaw clenched. "You left me for a waiter? You were already with him, weren't you?" Leo saw the danger for Julian in Ethan's eyes. He stepped forward. "I left you during that month you forgot I existed." When I was sick and calling you and you were too busy to answer. That's when I decided. It had nothing to do with anyone else. Ethan looked stricken. Julian took Leo's hand, his own trembling with a suppressed rage, his eyes bright with a pain that mirrored Leo's remembered loneliness. He led Leo out, away from the stairs. In the quiet hallway, Julian cupped Leo's face, his thumbs brushing his cheeks. His expression was terrifying in its tenderness. "My love," he whispered, his voice thick. "I will make them pay for every second of it. Every single one." Leo's heart ached in a new, sweet way. He's hurting for me. He sees the old hurt and it hurts him. That night, in Julian's small apartment, things progressed. They stopped at a pharmacy on the way home. Julian, to Leo's surprise, was the one to ask the clerk detailed, clinical questions about the products, while Leo hid behind a magazine rack. Later, after a shower, Leo was researching on his phone, his face hot. Julian, smelling of soap and warmth, pressed against his back. "What are you studying so intently?" Leo fumbled the phone. "Nothing." Julian's low laugh vibrated against him. "I see." His hands were gentle but sure, his touch erasing all thought of research. Leo learned that Julian's quiet intensity extended to this, that his tenderness was a form of devotion that left Leo breathless and utterly claimed. Time blurred. Julian left the restaurant, started his own consulting firm. He worked long hours but was impossibly clingy, needing Leo in his sight, holding him for strength during breaks. "You'll work yourself sick," Leo protested one evening, curled on the sofa beside Julian's laptop. Julian pulled him close, kissing his hair. "Can't, sweetheart. I remember you shivering. I remember the fear in your eyes when you spoke of that empty house. I never want you to know that kind of cold again. I won't allow it." He took Leo to visit his grandmother in a serene hospice facility. She was a graceful woman with kind eyes. She smiled at their linked hands and insisted Julian retrieve a small velvet box. Inside was an antique pearl brooch. "For you," she said to Leo. Leo was overwhelmed. He held it carefully. "I promise," he thought, meeting her gaze. "I'll cherish him." On a drizzly afternoon, Leo sat in a cafe window, waiting. Ethan found him. He looked hollow, a gray scarf, the same scarf, tight around his neck. "I'm getting engaged," he said flatly. "Congratulations. The things I sent. The letters. You never got them, did you?" Leo shook his head, confused. Ethan's smile was bitter. He kept them. All of them. He leaned forward, his pride gone, replaced by a raw desperation. "Leo, I fixed the vase. You can't even see the cracks. Come back. I'll call off the engagement. We can leave everything behind. Please. I'm getting married too," Leo said softly. To Julian. Ethan's face drained of color. "He's forcing this merger. My family needs it to fight him. He's trying to destroy us. It's not real. Once he's finished, I'll come for you. I'll get you back." Outside, a black umbrella appeared in the rain. Julian stood there, a calm oasis on the sidewalk. He smiled just for Leo. "Ready to go home, love?" Leo gathered his things, placing a single $100 bill on the table for the check. He walked to the door, slipping his hand into Julian's waiting one. He pressed the folded bill into Julian's palm. "Renewing my subscription." Julian's smile deepened as he accepted it, treating the paper with a reverence that made Leo's heart swell. He didn't ask about the things Ethan claimed were sent. He understood the nature of Julian's love now. A vast, quiet ocean. Its surface calm but its depths containing currents of fierce protection and an unwavering possessive devotion. It was a love that built shelters and guarded boundaries, a love that asked for a simple, recurring fee of $100 as its most sacred token. The rain fell around them, but under the umbrella, in the circle of Julian's arm, Leo was warm. He was home.